Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we delve into the unfolding chaos in Port Charles, where secrets, heartbreak, and explosive drama are brewing. Buckle up as we unravel the mysteries and uncover shocking twists in the lives of your favorite characters. A grieving Jocelyn's pursuit of justice. Let's start with Jocelyn Jacks, whose discovery this week is bound to leave her reeling. While sorting through Dex Heller's belongings, Jocelyn stumbles upon an item that cuts through her grief and reignites her fury. Whether it's an intimate memento or confirmation of Dex's cause of death, the revelation fuels her resolve. According to the autopsy report, a digitalis overdose triggered Dex's fatal heart attack, a chilling detail that cements Jocelyn's determination to find justice. Jocelyn shares her growing frustrations and thirst for vengeance with Trina Robinson. Trina, ever the voice of reason, advises caution, urging Jocelyn to let the authorities handle the investigation. However, Jocelyn's fiery spirit won't be easily tamed. She declares her intention to hunt down the monster responsible, leaving viewers wondering if her pursuit will put her in harm's way. Adding to the tension is Jocelyn's internal conflict. While her grief demands action, Trina's concern plants a seed of doubt. Will Jocelyn heed her friend's advice, or will her emotions drive her to reckless decisions? Either way, the heartbreak of losing Dex continues to unravel in waves of sorrow and defiance. A fiery cliffhanger at Sunny's penthouse. Meanwhile, at Sunny Corinthos' penthouse, tensions escalate to a boiling point, literally. Sunny emphasizes the importance of transparency between Michael Corinthos and Diane Miller, warning that secrets could sabotage their custody case. Despite his father's advice, Michael hesitates to disclose his recent hookup with Sasha Gilmore or the shocking pregnancy news. His silence casts a shadow over Diane's ability to mount a solid defense, leaving the outcome of the custody feud uncertain. However, these concerns pale in comparison to the explosive drama that unfolds next. A sudden blast rocks Sunny's penthouse, igniting a fire that leaves Michael trapped in the inferno. The Monday cliffhanger sets the stage for a high-stakes rescue, as Jason Morgan dives headfirst into the flames to save Michael. The intensity of the situation raises chilling questions. Who is responsible for the explosion, and will Michael survive his ordeal as a burn victim? The aftermath of the explosion promises to ripple across Port Charles, affecting not just Sunny's family but also the ongoing custody battle. Michael's injuries could either strengthen Willow's position or evoke sympathy that sways the court in his favor. Regardless, the Corinthos family is bracing for a harrowing chapter ahead. Willow's custody battle, a mother's despair. In the wake of the explosion, Willow Corinthos faces her own battles. Diane Miller capitalizes on Willow's decision to take Wiley to Washington without Michael's permission, a move that could tip the scales in the custody fight. Willow, already emotionally fragile, is blindsided by this strategic maneuver. As tears stream down her face, she fears losing her children, a devastating thought for any mother. Adding to her distress is Carly Spencer, who unleashes her fury over Willow's choices during a heated conversation with Jason Morgan. Carly's protective instincts ignite as she warns Willow about the consequences of her actions. Yet, amid the tension, Jason attempts to calm Carly, emphasizing the importance of unity during this turbulent time. Will Willow's vulnerability elicit compassion from the court, or will Michael's legal team exploit her misstep to gain the upper hand? The stakes couldn't be higher, as the outcome of this custody battle could redefine the dynamics of Port Charles's most powerful families. Cyrus Renault and Brad Cooper stir the pot. Over at General Hospital, chaos brews as Cyrus Renault continues to weave his web of manipulation. Portia Robinson, determined to protect her patients, bans Cyrus from the premises. Her bold stance sparks a clash that leaves tensions simmering. Cyrus, undeterred, tosses out veiled threats, hinting that his influence extends far beyond the hospital walls. Meanwhile, Brad Cooper finds himself embroiled in his own drama. Whether it's a conflict with Portia or frustration over his personal struggles, Brad's temper flares, leaving viewers curious about the underlying cause. His outburst adds yet another layer to the mounting tension at GH, where the shadow of the digitalis overdoses looms large. Lucas Jones also steps into the fray, questioning Portia about Elizabeth Baldwin's suspension. Portia reassures him that the situation is temporary, attributing the decision to legal precautions. Yet, whispers of suspicion linger, with some questioning whether Elizabeth could be connected to the string of mysterious deaths. Jack Brennan's obsession with Valentine Cassadine. In the world of international intrigue, Jack Brennan remains fixated on tracking down Valentine Cassadine through his daughter, Charlotte. Despite Colette Gerard's failure to eliminate Valentine, Jack is confident another opportunity will arise. His relentless pursuit of Valentine raises questions about his ultimate goal. Is it revenge, power, or something more personal? As Jack's obsession intensifies, Valentine finds himself grappling with guilt over Charlotte's involvement. Their father-daughter bond faces new tests as Valentine weighs the risks of returning to Port Charles. The stakes are high, and the outcome of this dangerous game could have far-reaching consequences. Next, we'll explore an explosive week ahead in Port Charles, where relationships are tested, secrets come to light, and fiery danger threatens to change everything. Let's dive into the must-see moments for January 6, 2025. Jocelyn Jacks, a dangerous determination. Let's begin with Jocelyn Jacks, who is grappling with the devastating loss of Dex Heller. Her grief has transformed into a fiery determination to find and punish the person responsible. In an intense exchange, Jocelyn confides in her best friend, Trina Robinson. With tears in her eyes and a trembling voice, Jocelyn declares that the monster who did this will not go unpunished. While her exact target remains ambiguous, fans suspect her quest for justice centers on Dex's tragic demise, rather than the fiery ordeal Michael Corinthos faces. The autopsy results revealing Dex's death was caused by a fatal digitalis overdose only fuel Jocelyn's fury. For someone who once vehemently opposed Sonny Corinthos' violent ways, Jocelyn seems to be reconsidering her stance. The prospect of Jocelyn stepping into the mob world is a tantalizing thought. Could her pursuit of vengeance lead her down a path of power and control? The idea of Jocelyn taking over Sonny's empire, driven by a desire to combat injustice, creates exciting possibilities. While Christina Corinthos Davis might appear a likely successor, her volatile nature makes her ill-suited for the role. Jocelyn, with her fierce intellect and growing resolve, might just be the next big player in Port Charles. Michael Corinthos faces the flames. In a shocking twist, Michael Corinthos finds himself in mortal danger when a catastrophic explosion engulfs Sonny's penthouse in flames. A leaked preview of the Tuesday, January 7 episode sent fans into a frenzy as Michael's jacket and clothes are shown on fire. His screams for help echo through the chaos as Sonny and Jason Morgan look on in horror. The preview leaves viewers with burning questions. Will Michael survive this ordeal? And who is behind the explosion that almost claims his life? The incident is more than just a moment of peril. It provides a dramatic exit for Michael while leaving the door open for future returns. Whether through Chad Duell reprising his role or a recast, the storyline cleverly paves the way for a compelling comeback. The burns Michael sustains could necessitate extensive recovery at a burn clinic, giving the writers flexibility for his absence. Speculation about the explosion's cause runs wild, with some pointing fingers at Drew Kane. Though Drew has an alibi, Willow Tate Corinthos may harbor doubts, especially if she suspects he had a hand in eliminating Michael to clear the way for their relationship. Such a twist could shatter their already controversial romance and create new alliances and rivalries within the Corinthos and Quatermain families. Willow Tate Corinthos, a mother's nightmare. Willow Tate Corinthos is at the center of another must-see moment this week, as legal drama intensifies. Nina Reeves' decision to involve Martin Gray in serving custody papers ignites a chain reaction of conflict and despair. In a heart-wrenching scene, Willow appears in delicate lingerie and a matching robe, her vulnerability on full display as she tearfully explains that they are trying to take her children away from her. The custody battle escalates, leaving Willow to rely on Drew for support. Drew's involvement, however, may not be the beacon of stability Willow hopes for. While he promises to fight for her and the children, the lingering shadow of Michael's fiery ordeal and Drew's potential blame complicates their dynamic. The question remains, will Drew's support strengthen Willow's position, or will their entanglement bring further scrutiny and consequences? Meanwhile, Carly Spencer unleashes her wrath on Jason Morgan, venting her frustration over Willow's decisions and the chaos surrounding her family. Carly's fierce maternal instincts clash with the harsh reality of the custody battle, hinting at her willingness to take drastic measures to protect her grandchildren. Will Carly's protective nature push her to overstep, creating even more friction within the already strained relationships? Port Charles, a web of deception and danger. Elsewhere, tensions rise at General Hospital, where Brad Cooper's temper flares once again. Whether sparked by personal frustrations or professional setbacks, Brad's outburst adds to the charged atmosphere. Meanwhile, Portia Robinson takes a stand against Cyrus Renault, banning him from the hospital and making it clear that his presence is unwelcome. Cyrus, unperturbed, retaliates with thinly veiled threats, hinting at his continued influence and potential for mayhem. Amid this turmoil, Jack Brennan intensifies his hunt for Valentine Cassadine through Charlotte Cassadine. Brennan's relentless pursuit raises questions about his ultimate goal. Is it vengeance, power, or something deeper? The intertwining narratives of Valentine's guilt, Charlotte's loyalty, and Brennan's obsession create a riveting subplot that promises high-stakes drama. Next, we're diving into the dramatic twist of Emma Scorpio Drake's return to Port Charles and the potential for an epic rivalry with Jocelyn Jacks. Let's unravel the layers of intrigue, relationships, and drama surrounding this shocking storyline. The seeds of a decades-long rivalry. Imagine a clash of personalities so fiery that it could ignite storylines for years to come. That's exactly what we're seeing as Emma Scorpio Drake and Jocelyn Jacks collide. With Emma's sudden transformation into a bold, sarcastic force and Jocelyn's history of intense emotions, sparks are guaranteed to fly. This budding rivalry could echo through generations, potentially rivaling classic soap feuds. Emma's seemingly self-assured demeanor might mask vulnerability she's acquired in the Bay Area, making her encounters with Joss even more layered. Meanwhile, Joss, reeling from the tragic loss of Dex Heller, could find herself lashing out as she processes her grief. Could these young women become each other's fiercest adversaries, or perhaps even allies in disguise? Emma Scorpio Drake, a personality makeover. Emma's return to Port Charles shocked longtime viewers, not merely because of her recast but due to her striking personality shift. Played by Braden Bruner, Emma now exudes confidence tinged with a sharp wit. Her days of being the sweet, lovable girl next door seem a distant memory. But what prompted this transformation? Some might argue that the pressures of growing up in her mother Robin's shadow have hardened her. Others may speculate that life in the Bay Area demanded a tougher, edgier outlook to thrive. Either way, this new Emma is unapologetically fierce, ready to take on Port Charles with a fire we've never seen before. One of Emma's first confrontations in her hometown reignited familiar tensions, but with an unexpected twist, her showdown with Jocelyn. The two couldn't be more different yet share a strikingly similar need for control. Emma's biting remarks toward Joss hint at a deeper frustration, perhaps a desire to reclaim a place in a world where Joss has firmly planted her flag. Jocelyn Jacks, mourning Dex and finding herself. Meanwhile, Jocelyn is navigating an emotional minefield following Dex's death. In the past, Joss's grief over Oscar Nero consumed her for months, but she emerged stronger. This time, the stakes feel different. Dex's untimely demise wasn't just a personal loss, it upended her sense of justice, safety, and trust in those around her. With Joss now channeling her pain into a fierce determination, it's clear she won't be wallowing for long. Yet, as Joss seeks solace, she might inadvertently find herself in the crosshairs of Emma's ambition. Could Emma see Joss's vulnerable state as an opportunity to assert dominance? Or will Joss reclaim her resilience and stand firm against Emma's provocations? The chemistry between these two powerhouses hints at a rivalry that will only grow more complex with time. The boys caught in the middle. The tension between Emma and Joss takes an intriguing turn when potential romantic interests enter the picture. Gio seems to be the most likely candidate to get caught in the middle. This brooding violinist, on the verge of discovering shocking truths about his family, exudes an irresistible charm. Both Emma and Joss could offer him comfort, but for vastly different reasons. Emma might see Gio as a project, a chance to prove her nurturing side while showing up Joss. Joss, on the other hand, could find in Gio the emotional connection she desperately craves. And then there's Cameron Weber, whose history with Joss adds another layer of complexity. Despite their breakup, Joss might still feel an unspoken claim on him, a sentiment undoubtedly inherited from her mother, Carly. Emma's close friendship with Cam complicates matters further. Could Emma, in a bid to protect Cam from Joss's perceived toxicity, inadvertently ignite a romantic spark between herself and him? The possibilities are endless and tantalizingly messy. A new era for Emma and Joss. This isn't just a rivalry, it's a new era for two of Port Charles's brightest young stars. Emma's biting sarcasm and Joss's fiery determination create a compelling dynamic that promises fireworks. Their interactions could redefine how viewers see both characters, shifting them from supporting players to leading ladies in their own right. But will their animosity lead to mutual destruction, or could it evolve into an unlikely alliance? Both young women are products of their upbringing, Emma, shaped by Robin's intellect and independence, Joss, molded by Carly's resilience and resourcefulness. As their worlds collide, viewers will be treated to a masterclass in character-driven storytelling. The future of Port Charles. The fallout from Emma and Joss's rivalry will inevitably ripple through the lives of everyone around them. From Joe's struggle with his identity to Cam's divided loyalties, the drama promises to touch every corner of Port Charles. Even longtime residents like Carly, Robin, and Sunny may find themselves drawn into the fray, forced to navigate the complexities of this escalating feud. As Emma and Joss navigate their personal battles, the question looms, will they ever find common ground? Or are they destined to clash for decades to come? One thing is certain, this rivalry is just getting started, and it's one that viewers won't want to miss. Thank you for joining us on ABC General Hospital Channel. Don't forget to tune in next week as we unravel even more drama, rivalries, and surprises from Port Charles. What are your thoughts on Emma's transformation and her dynamic with Joss? Share your predictions below, and stay tuned for the next thrilling chapter in this unfolding saga.